By the side of a busy road, a street vendor whispered a prayer. God, please help me sell enough to feed my kids today. Just then, a woman in a fancy dress approached. The vendor smiled warmly. Fresh apples today, ma'am. Only $2. The woman scoffed. $2? For your dirty fruit? She picked up 3 apples, took a bite from one, and threw it on the ground. This tastes terrible. The vendor's voice was quiet. You already bit it. Please pay. The woman tossed a single dollar on the table. That's all you deserve, she said, walking away with the other 2 apples. The vendor picked up the dollar and prayed again. Thank you, God. At least I have something. Meanwhile, the fancy woman entered a nearby cafe and ordered the most expensive coffee, paying $20 without a second thought. The vendor watched from her stall, tears welling in her eyes, but she managed a small smile, believing God had a plan. Soon after, a man in a business suit stopped. How much? He asked, looking at the apples. $2, sir. The man frowned. Are you crazy? I can get these for 50 cents at the store. He grabbed 5 apples without paying. Stop me if you can, he sneered. The vendor reached out. Sir, please. I need to feed my kids. He pushed her hand away. Get a real job, beggar, he said, getting into his luxury car. The vendor sat down, her shoulders shaking with silent sobs. A little boy noticed her. Why are you sad? He asked gently. I lost some money today, she replied, but I know God will help me tomorrow. How do you know? The boy wondered. Because I have faith, she said. God never leaves his children hungry. With only 3 apples left, she prayed harder than ever. God, I trust you. Please send help. At that moment, a man who looked homeless approached her stall. His clothes were old and torn. The vendor thought, he looks even poorer than I am. The man asked, Ma'am, can I have 1 apple? I'm so hungry. The vendor hesitated for only a second before smiling. Take 2, she said. You need them more than I do. The man was surprised. But you need the money. I saw how those people treated you. God will provide for me, she insisted, but you look hungry right now. The man took the apples and bit into one. This is the best apple I've ever tasted, he said, his eyes filled with tears. Then, he pulled out his wallet. The vendor gasped. It was overflowing with cash. I own 5 restaurants in the city, he explained. I was testing people today. Testing? She asked, confused. Yes, he said. I wanted to see who still had a good heart. You gave me food when you had almost nothing. He handed her $500. But sir, the apples only cost $4. The man shook his head. This isn't for the apples. It's because you kept your faith when others would have lost theirs. Those 2 people have money, but no heart. You have very little, but your heart is rich. The vendor cried with joy. Thank you, sir. God sent you. The little boy from earlier came back. Mister, why did you dress like a poor man? The man knelt down. Because I wanted to find someone who would help a person they thought was poorer than themselves. He then stood up and looked at the vendor. I'm hiring you to manage my newest restaurant. You start tomorrow. Faith always wins. Thanks for watching.